Hello everyone, and we are back with more Corpse Party. Oh, and as a side note, Happy Halloween!
Nightmare Night.
That. Or Nightmare Night, whichever you
Okay.
prefer. Happy Spooky Day.
Happy Spooky Halloween. Spooky Bean Night.
Yep. So, we're going to experience the amazing flashback where Ayumi gets to see what happened to the ghost kids before they died, or I guess when they died.
I forgot we were doing that, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was important to mention, because otherwise this part might be confusing.
Oh, good, because I would be confused otherwise. Huh. What happened to me? I think she's confused too. Didn't I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now? I can't see a thing, and I can't move.
Man, isn't that the worst?
It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired. Sleep paralysis, I think. I don't think I've actually had that. Did you?
I haven't really. I've kind of had it, but not to the degree where I literally can't move.
It sounds terrifying.
It does sound terrifying.
I read about it actually, but it sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it does sound very terrifying.
Where?
So now you can see our victims and Ayumi, who is there.
Okay.
I don't know.
They look like they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Why can't I move?
Oh. Random switching.
That was the best reveal ever. Good job. I waited weeks for this.
Oh man, yeah. Sorry to everyone who waited for this. This section's a little weird, but it is pretty dramatic. Sachiko Shinozaki, the little girl in the red dress and the only survivor of the horrific murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School.
She's evil.
Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here.
Can't be that bad. I'm just survived. It doesn't kill you, only make you stronger.
Exactly.
Unless you lose your tongue, in which case it made you weaker.
It's funny, I was just gonna make a joke about that, where I'm like, clearly whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so if I lose an arm, I'll regrow a better arm.
2 arms.
No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes the stage for a grisly incident such as this,
Perpetrated.
by none other than the principal's own son. I don't know why I couldn't read that. I know the word perpetrated, I just... For some reason, the words got mixed up in my mind. It stands to reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus for public interest, with all other details fading into the background. So, of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school.
I mean, it wasn't considered. Shouldn't the government or someone step in and be like, leave the little girl alone, she went through enough. No more media coverage, please.
Well, I mean, it's funny. Normally that's the kind of nonsense that happens, but in this case, like, Sachiko got away and they're all looking
Yeah, I know, but because he's so surprised that they all give up on it.
Yeah.
But I assume that, like, the government would step in and make them give up on it.
I don't know, does the government ever do that? It seems like news people are always happy to harass people who've lost kids. They're like, how'd you feel when your son died? And the people are like, I don't know, pretty bad, honestly.
My son never died, so I can't judge.
fair enough.
I'm a little bit too young for that.
But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history of where or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had. That's
She's evil.
suspicious.
She's so evil.
Also, come on, Sapare, you're never too young to have dead children.
I have no comment on that.
Alright. Fair
I think
enough.
you just made everyone awkward. Even the ghosts, the Halloween ghosts are like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, that's good. See, I'm an anti-ghost charm. I should go to all the haunted houses. Also, we get a cutscene, or whatever. There's a lot of cutscenes. I don't know what you would call these. I think a CG.
I don't think this is CG.
No?
I can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess. Can she see or not? Because it's a weird statement to make when you're like...
Yeah,
see.
her eyes are open, definitely. Oh, she
They-
can see.
But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. I don't know, I'm just so confused by that sleep paralysis argument. I've never had that happen in real life.
I think it's just weird that she's stating it as sleep paralysis. Like, I'm pretty sure there's other reasons she can't move.
Like maybe the fact that ghosts exist.
Yeah, and that sure, she's tied a bit. Well, her hands are tied anyways.
There's one boy and two girls in here, aside from myself. I recognize them. They are the children we were killed in Heavenly Host during that incident, but they're still alive. They were faking it all out.
What a twist.
Really good at it, too.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Corpse Party was a hoax.
Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot and just sprawled out on the floor. So am I.
You know, that is really
Corpse Party was
unfortunate.
an inside job.
I
Actually
really...
was.
That's my reaction when I wake up and my hands and feet are bound. I'm like, this is a really unfortunate situation I'm in.
Right, I mean, she's cool with the whole sleep paralysis thing, so she seems pretty calm.
Yeah.
That's the real reason I can't move.
Oh, really?
Oh, she figured it out. So
Took
honestly,
you long.
you can still move with your hands tied. You do know how ties work.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you can't move very fast, but you can even hop around with your feet tied. You just couldn't walk.
I'm just like, the way she talked about not being able to move
Oh,
like,
yeah,
at all.
yeah. Exactly. You can still wiggle around.
He just stepped on her face. Like, I think that hurts.
Yeah, I imagine so. Somebody, please, save me! I don't know, I'm really bad at this, I'm sorry. How to voice act dramatic sequences, I don't know.
Oh? Oh, wow. Jeez, I still say this guy's a good guy. He's just, I'm misunderstanding.
Exactly.
No, stop, no, please, no. Eyes. I don't know if you or me are voicing him.
I don't know, he doesn't really talk, so I don't think it really matters.
Oh, God, no, I can't see. Again. Sleep paralysis, god damn it. Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me. And since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfold either. That sentence just seems very, like, oh well.
Yeah, I know. This whole thing is written out weird. It's funny, I didn't realize how bizarre the writing for this section was before.
That just makes everything so much worse.
Oh, well, yeah.
I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. She's still very calm on it.
I like the context. Frightened sobbing.
It's not normal sobbing, it's frightened.
It's pretty spooked.
The helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared it feels like my head's going to explode.
Yeah.
I sound very scared. What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded? Untie me. Cut the ropes. I want to be able to use my hands and feet, please.
Oh, well, you know, it is a nice thing to be able to do.
Please.
Honestly, I'd still say, despite the fact that we're making fun of it, this is an overall, like, intense sequence. But, you know.
I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response was the man walking away from me.
Well, you know, sometimes that happens, but I'm sure you'll get the next one.
In order, okay? In order?
Oh no.
Have fun.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. That is my favorite sound effect that happens.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I can't. Never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror, cutting through the air like a perfect sine wave. It's a boy at the end. She really likes the screaming. Feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now.
Yes, I think I figured that out by the screaming.
No, I said he was having a celebration party.
Well, you know what they say. You scream, I scream, we all scream. For ice cream.
My god, what the hell is he doing to him? Why killing him? No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? That seems slightly specific.
That seems a little odd. I mean, you know, if God were to intervene, wouldn't you rather it didn't happen and some God being like, well, he's gone through enough pain, I'll just throw this rock on his face.
It's just man, Jesus kicks in the door. The guy who can't talk looks up, is surprised. Jesus like, stop right now, criminal scum. I'm gonna have to put this guy to sleep first, please. Okay, now you may proceed killing him.
That would be amazing. That's a perfect representation of Jeebus, I'm sure. Oh no.
How do you get blood splatters on your eyes if there's a blindfold?
I don't know.
It's been at least half an hour now. Those inhuman screams at a young boy being ripped apart from the inside. Wait, the guy's an alien? I finally come to a halt.
Sorry, but Jesus.
God.
Huh?
It's not me.
I don't even think I'm gonna try.
No. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is the next to scream for her life, and the symphony goes on. Mozart would have been proud.
Yeah, he sure would have been. What pleasant sounds that happen.
I'll
bet this is... Yeah, you should be. This is honestly... Hearing this makes it way more unsettling. Like, listening to the sounds of, screaming and children being murdered, not the best time.
Some people it is.
I'm sure for some people it's great, you know.
God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Is it still going on? Come on, just die already.
Jeez, you don't have to be like that. No wonder you're not the main
Why doesn't God
character.
just intervene and make him dead already? die already. God, what is wrong with me?
Well, glad you at least recognized it.
No? What? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace.
I don't even give a fuck anymore. I've gone crazy. This is like
sanity
cell
stat
phone
went too low.
Yeah.
Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noise stopped and the room grew quiet again. Yeah, I like how this whole time she's never tried like wiggling and getting up. No, she's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna listen to them being slaughtered.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think they would have at least implied she tried to, even though I know there's not really a way she could in this situation, considering, but, you know.
Yeah. Those footsteps are getting closer. All my hair is standing on the end of its point. This point. At Bob.
Oh
it's standing.
No, she's turning into a Super Saiyan.
Well, I guess that would solve this problem.
It would.
And all of them would come back from the dead because that's what they do.
Yeah, that's literally what you do in DBZ. Everyone dies, and then you revive them, and then they die again, and you have this nice little, parade.
Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen. Like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea.
A pleasant thought.
In order. God, why am I relieved by the silence? The kid next to me just died. Which means it's my turn now. Ah! Someone's got me by the hair. They're pulling my head up and taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer.
Thanks, random note reading, for alleviating the, stress. Admittedly, if you were playing this alone, I think when I was playing this alone, I was grateful that there is something to relieve the, you know, intenseness of this scene. Even now, I'm
bloody
feeling
murder.
intensity. I mean, you know, kids being bloodily murdered, it's just not a fun time.
For some people it is. You can't generalize so much, man. Some people really appreciate bloody murder of small children.
I'm sure they do, and I'm sure the government has a lot to say about that. But I think I'd like to just avoid children at all costs, really. The 4 missing children were found in a basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary School. Unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumanly horrific sight. Based upon the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a large pair of sewing scissors. Found in the
hand. We use them to sue people.
Exactly. It's Phoenix Wright's greatest tool. Don't you remember Phoenix Wright 3 and the Scissor Man?
That should be okay.
And the Scissor Man turnabout.
That Scissor Man is evil.
I want that crossover, man. Found in the hands of the accursed. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part. However, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent.
So if his full strength had not been used, it wasn't him, it was the girl in red dress.
The official cause of death for the 3 murdered children has been listed as loss of blood following removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even so pleasant, if you can believe it. The following details have been exploited from...
Extrapolated.
That makes more sense, thank you.
Exploited. You exploited the details.
Yeah, this is some pretty exploited details, man. I don't know. From information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by news outlets. These details of the crime are based on the official police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors. You okay?
It's not pleasant.
No, it's not pleasant. There's a reason why
he killed him nicely.
When has a great guy, villain guy ever killed them nicely? Since
Superman was very nice about it. I mean, remember that one girl he threw through the window from the top? At least she got a good view when she died.
This is true. I mean, at least...
And she died like an action hero.
Yeah, you could claim that such things are at least fast. I mean, I remember in the first game where he stabbed someone through the roof and it was metal as fuck.
That's the one I meant. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was like an action hero.
That really was like an action movie. Oh, I love that game, but anyways. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny, I think actually being stabbed with, like, Scissor Man was terrifying, but I think being stabbed with a small pair of scissors repeatedly is almost scarier.
I do not like the fear of that, no.
Yeah. Then had many of his internal organs forcefully dug out. His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all flesh and bone above her jawline was essentially minced away.
I'm about to go to sleep before this came in.
Well, I mean, you know, you said you were okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have...
I forgot what part of this game we were doing.
I'm
doing
sure...
the fuck you part of this game.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll have pleasant dreams, Sapare. It'll be fine. You'll have dreams of gun drops and rainbows and candy canes. It'll be great.
Rainbows, gun drops, and fucking candy canes stabbing people in the eyes.
Man, that sounds metal. I want to have that dream.
In fact, rainbow stabbing candy canes into your eyes.
Wow. Yeah. See, it's fine. You can have the pleasant dreams, and I'll have the metal dreams of rainbows killing people. I don't know. I'm being weird.
The sight that appeared before was more horrific than anything I could possibly imagine. The person staring back at me, brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was the girl. It was the girl. It was the girl. It was one of the children. I called it from the beginning.
Yep. Feel free to pat yourself on the back.
Fuck you.
I had known you'd called it for a while, but I just didn't want to spoil it, because, well, I feel like you did a good job calling it, and it's not super hidden. I also feel like it's a pretty good call, because you wouldn't expect, like, normally you wouldn't expect one of the children to be the murderer, you know?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think since we played it and then stopped playing for like half a month. I don't know why I knew it, but I knew it!
Probably because she's like the most evil-looking little girl ever.
It was a little girl. Her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. Also because like he can't talk and he seems too much. He seems like a victim.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's not often in horror anything that the actual villain is at all
Likeable.
Yeah, exactly. Which I can't even fault them for, because it doesn't matter how hard you tried. Like, you could try to make Sachiko here, or whatever her name is, likable. You know, she's killed 3 kids in a bloody, horrible way.
And framed the guy who can't even talk.
Yeah,
that's what I'm offended by. Poor guy got framed.
There's a lot of things she did. I don't think you could make her likable if you tried. Not even if you gave her a fez. It's just too far crazy.
Hi. She was staring intently at me with soulless grey eyes. And then, oh god, that actually, I'm not going to sleep tonight. She just started giggling. Can you stop, please?
Oh.
Snippety snap snap.
The snips.
I can't.
Yeah, it's fun.
Can you stop looking at me? Just stab my eyes out already.
She has really sharp teeth.
I know, I don't like it. I would not hug you.
Yeah, I find that reasonable.
She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again, and then a sound kept echoing through the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaked blades. Okay, where exactly do you find, like, a dull, rusty fucking scissors, anyway?
I don't know. You find... Clearly you find them in the corpse party.
And slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. I assume that, is this like being told by the girl to you? Would that explain why she's so calm about this? Because like, it'd be like, oh, and then she slowly brought the scissors to my left eye.
I know it's the way you're doing it. It sounds calm, and I know it's kind of weird because it feels like there should be more explanation points or something. But no, she's being showed this very directly.
Okay. Oh, why is it you? I don't want it to be you. No, 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 no. Not fine.
It's okay.
Oh, hi.
The third victim was stabbed in the left eye an indeterminate number of times until her eyeball became soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horrible agony.
Wait, this was an official police report? I don't know. I've never written one, but I mean, I've never read one, but it seems weird to write it that way.
Yeah.
I stabbed indeterminate number of times, turned eye into soup. Interesting.
I'm not sure how they would write up something like this, but yeah, it's hard to say. I'll give the game liberties because I know so little about, like, how actual police stuff works, but you're probably right. I imagine a real police port wouldn't look exactly like this. Still, this is really good dramatic storytelling, if I'm being honest.
It is. I'm just throwing jokes out.
No, I get it. I just wanna. I mean, I know I'm all over this game anyways, but oh my god, this game is so mystifying and horrifying.
You would stab this game with a rusty scissor?
I would stab this game with a rusty dick. I don't even know what that means.
I'm going to sleep tonight.
You don't want
I don't want rusty dick murders.
Okay.
No rusty dick murders.
Good. I'll keep that in mind. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking, even to me, and it makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster.
Because cutting out the tongue before wasn't bad enough?
Well, no, I mean, I don't really know about the tongue thing, but the way the rest of the murder went down, yeah, for sure.
But I'm just saying, because like, before he saw it, they just cut out the tongues and left him to bleed to death.
Right.
And like, I know this is more gruesome, but I don't know if like, if I saw one guy and it's like, oh, he cut out 4 little kids' tongues, and one guy, he stabbed a guy in the eye, it's like, you both can go to hell, I don't care. I'm not judging who's worse.
You know, I get your point. I will fully agree to that. It's like, you know what, both of those things are illegal, and I hope you both just go to jail. And bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she is the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. Oh, you naive bastard. But it was through her tearful, frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yanagihori was officially charged.
Because no one trusts Yoshi.
Yeah. Poor Yoshi, always getting thrown down pits. Now, going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts. It was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing. Therefore, comes as no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That's to be expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find. It's as if it simply never existed.
Isn't this a little bit of a restatement? Didn't he say that like 10 minutes ago, though?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I was just thinking, this is completely unrelated to this statement, but if it makes you feel any better, I was planning to eat after we recorded this part, and now I'm not going to, I don't think.
What, you don't want some soup?
No.
It's not a crushed eye, boys, don't worry.
Oh, God. Oh, the imagery in my mind.
Payback.
Payback indeed.
Eat it, motherfucker.
Oh. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possible explanations, and I remind you this is mere conjecture. Yeah, I'm not even gonna tell you guys what I'm thinking about. It's pretty bad.
You may continue then.
I've been trying to continue, but my mind is like really bad when it gets these things going. I tend to play out horrific events. No, I'll be fine. I just tend to play horrific events in my mind a lot, and you know. Anyways, it'll be fine. I'm just, like I said, I'm not gonna eat afterwards, and I'll give me an hour after the recording, and I'll probably eat, but anyways. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagihori really the murderer of the 3 victims?
Oh, was it the 7-year-old girl? I don't know, your theory seems weird.
Yeah. Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. And despite his childlike reversion, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, and neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man could commit these
unconscionable
atrocities. He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it. Then again, he may simply have lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around this same time that Principal Takamine Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in a most peculiar... I'm really bad with that word, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's not a hard word at all, but I can never say it right.
Strange. You can say strange in place of it.
Yeah, I guess I'll try.
I was gonna say, just a quick note. He started talking in tongues, but he should have started talking with tongues.
Oh no. I see what you're saying. Well, luckily I don't think his father cut out any tongues. That would have been quite the twist if it turned out that it wasn't the little girl or him, but it was actually his father.
It was actually this father in the disguise of a little girl.
You thought it was a 7-year-old girl, but it was actually me, Dio.
He's very good at disguising himself.
He's pretty good at it. Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls, as if possessed. He seemed frightened of someone and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing when visitors came by.
Not just because he had a pony.
So that's what you'd do if you had an office, huh?
But if I had a pony, like, I know, like Twilight came to my office. You find me in many corners, moaning and thrashing.
I'll keep that in mind, Sapare. If he could wind up in such a...
I don't know that one.
Whatever.
Beleaguered.
Yeah.
In that B word.
If he could
We don't like the B word around here, man.
If he could wind up in such a terrible state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son.
But isn't this after he, like, his son started murdering people?
I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. And I think his father actually started going crazy before... Well, I think it's... I think this guy's suspicion, and admittedly it's kind of surprising there wasn't more suspicion thrown, because I think it's the kind of thing that happened around the same time. Like, I think the son was, like, suffering from some kind of disease, and his father was just kind of going crazy. But I don't think his son had actually killed anyone yet. He was just losing the ability to speak.
Because if he went crazy after the murders, it's like, yeah, I can kind of get that, but...
I would understand that. I'd be a little upset if my son, like, killed 3 kids.
Only little, though.
I don't think he'd be a little disappointed. I'd still invite him to Thanksgiving, but, you know.
So he's not allowed to bring the tongues. They're not good for food.
Exactly. From the time it opened its doors, to the day it closed them forever. Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as some form of cursed ground.
So I assume we're gonna have to go there.
Well, we're already there. Or, oh, you mean underground?
Wait, yeah, to this room.
Okay, to this room. I thought you meant a Heavenly Host. I'm like, where do you think we've been this whole game?
Oh, I thought we were just hanging out and... I don't know.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean this room, because we haven't been in that room.
Yeah, we haven't. That is true.
And it seems hidden because it's like, there's no normal staircase to it.
Right, right. I mean, it's a distinct possibility. Also, those scissors are massive. Scissor Man would be happy.
But they don't look rusty or bloody. I call it false advertisement.
Oh no. It is false advertisement. Now I'm going to blame Scissor Man. He should deliver better scissors.
You're not supposed to clean the scissors. They're supposed to be rusty and dirty. It makes part of the scare factor.
Exactly.
Damn it, Scissor Man.
He just doesn't get it. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years.
How long does this thing go?
I don't know. Next thing you know, we'll be in like 2 AD, fighting off like ye olde ghosts.
Yodi knew at Tokyo.
Yep, exactly. Ah, god damn it, Phoenix Wright. New oldie Tokyo, whatever it's called, is amazing. I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on this situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down, but demolished altogether and another school built in its place, it's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. But my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead, even now. Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scoop of a lifetime.
Oh, it might have just been an ice cream scoop.
Kokibiki.
Oh, is that the good?
No, that was the guy writing the article.
Oh, man, I thought it was good.
Man, the music really picked up. Continued in Chapter 5.
Continue to Chapter 5.
Man.
Buddy.
We'll definitely end off here, but I just have to say, I don't know why, but the music picked the fuck up. It is, like, really rocking right now, and I don't know why, because it makes it sound like there's some really awesome stuff coming up, and we just witnessed some pretty horrible nonsense.
Yay, murder time!
Yay! I'm so happy. I'll admit it does get me really pumped to play more Corpse Party. It's just really... I don't know, but I do have to say it is an amazing piece. Like, this is... I forgot how good the game is at conveying excitement. Like, they really want you to be, despite everything, they want you to be excited to play that final chapter. See what ends justify the ends. I don't know what I'm talking about. Jeez.
What ends justify the means of killing kids?
Exactly. Who could even think of that?
I know the guy is actually the good guy in this story.
I don't think you're gonna manage a call like that again.
No, that
quite
was
so
a joke.
Okay, yeah, that would be a real weird twist if she was suddenly not really the goat. Well, whatever.
But she was a killer when she was doing it for justifiable means, like you said.
Exactly. She had a good reason to kill them.
And the good reason was make a video game about it.
That explains everything. But anyways, thank you for all watching, and once again, happy Halloween, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video.
Hope to scare you all next time.